Hello, and welcome to the first video on my channel. So, welcome to the series, and the series is me trying to make money in GTA legally. So, the rules for the series are that we try not to commit crime as much as possible within GTA 5 and try and make as much money as possible and see how much we can grind. So we're gonna assume that we have all the legitimate licenses like driver's licenses, gun licenses and like bounty licenses. In addition to that, we are not allowed to kill people unless they attack us, and then we're allowed to kill them in self-defense. But if we do that, we then have to go to the nearest police station to hand ourselves in. Of course GTA doesn't have that feature, so we're gonna do the closest thing we can and just go to the police station. On the subject of businesses, we're allowed to use maybe 3, definitely 2, so definitely the arcade and definitely the auto shop. However, we are not necessarily allowed to use the nightclub, depending on what people say in the comments. If anyone comments, please tell me, are we allowed to use the nightclub to generate legitimate income? Because I still think it's a bit illegal, the stuff you end up doing. And it goes out saying we obviously not do the heist or anything like that attached to business, just use them as the, like an arcade is an arcade. Now with that, we can get along with our story, and where better to start the story than a place we're going to spend a lot of time in the story, at the casino. If you're wondering why, you'll see that one of the best ways to generate legitimate income is, in this game, gambling. But first we need like a steady income, then we can spend on gambling to earn the big bucks. That's the plan. And here we meet Tom Connors, who's going to give us a wee tour of the casino.
We are finally open for business. I'm Tom Connors, Executive Director of Guest Services. Unfortunately, as Vincent mentioned, we are a membership-only establishment as far as our facilities are concerned. Regulation. For now, membership dues are very reasonable and purchasable at reception or on our website, if that's more your thing. Ah, champagne. I'll take those. Let me show you around. This is our casino floor. We have all the usual games, blackjack, roulette, 3-card poker, slot machines, and inside track horse racing. Now.
And the first thing we do with the 9 grand we start with is we buy ourselves the $500 membership to the casino, which grants us a daily, real life daily wheel spin, as well as a visitor bonus and access to the tables. So we use our first wheel spin. What do we get? We get a 15 grand chips. So what do? We got 20k chips now. We take them out, we get our visitor bonus, and then we start to gamble with it, seeing if we can turn 1k to 10k. So on the blackjack table, we start and we make 5k from our chips in there with a blackjack.
Showing 11.
Swiftly then losing the 5k and not making it to our 10k target and taking out the 10k chips. So lost the 1k today, so we can do better tomorrow. And now it's time to leave the casino. We made 20k off that, so that's not a bad start for the first day with the wheel spin combined with the 5k induction bonus. And there we get a text: "Hello stranger, I am interested in you in some bounty hunting," which we are. This is the first legitimate job we are given and can do, so she's going to send through the details. Maud is our new boss and she'll be in touch with some bounty contracts. So what do we do with our 30k we now have? We go and buy ourselves the cheapest garage in the game, a 26k I think. So then we have 6k left, which means we only really can get one vehicle. The Karen Rebel would be cheating to get a free vehicle, I think. So the two things we bought is a garage to have a little bit of a base to work out of, and a car to get us around Los Santos. And now Maud is finally in touch with our first bounty target. So we open our phone, we go and have a look, and we see this gentleman is the first guy we're going to have to go and track down. After we call our mechanic, who is our new employee, for £50 a day, we head off all the way to Paleto Bay, which is where the first target is located. Then we're going to try and go and find him. And after copious amounts of driving through traffic and the speed limit, we finally make our way into Paleto Bay, where we are told via email about some treasure that we can locate. So we're definitely interested in doing that. Anyway, moving on to the bounty, we roll up on this guy, pistol drawn. I think shoot him in the leg, but then I think no, let me just fight him instead to subdue him, to get him arrested. So I punch him once, think he's gonna be subdued, walk away, and then this man comes out swinging. And into the fight we go. He comes out the gates with a cheeky shot, misses, and then bang, hits me in the stomach. And I dodge one of him, hit him with the liver shot, but sadly he died. His liver clearly wasn't up to it. So that's 5k off our total bounties, and now we have to go and tell the police we killed someone. So we have to drive to the nearest police station. Admittedly, I forgot there was one in Paleto Bay, but it did let us go to Sandy Shores and check out some treasure clues along the way. Treasure tore our family apart. It ain't here no more. I moved it. You won't find it here. So we go driving down some country roads all the way down to Sandy Shores, where we happen to stumble across another clue related to the treasure underneath this tree by the side of the road.
Tony Prince again?
So we head to the police station, and now we can continue with making our money, where we find another clue for the hidden treasure. Ooh. And then finally we find our final clue related to treasure, which reveals on the map a little box. So we're gonna drive again. This time I believe we're driving to a bounty. So, while looking for our bounty, we actually stumbled across one of these action figures that a comic book shop owner asked us to go and collect. Anyway, we approach this man on the staircase where he runs at us with a knife. So what do? He's got a knife. We shoot him in the dick, and then he will submit, so which he does. So then we drive all the way back to Maud and to collect our reward. So we collect another action figure there, and then we get our third bounty from Maud. It is this gentleman right here. And we finally find our treasure, and what is inside the chest? It is a gold gun. Fantastic. And now we go to Paleto Bay to go to the next bounty, while we stumble across a random event. And I just take my pistol out just in case I need it, put it back away, and then these men attack me. So now we gotta defend ourselves with our rights, and back to the police station for us. Onwards to the bounty, where we find this man. I don't know what he's holding there. Could be anything. Maybe he looks like a sandwich, but he sees me, starts to run for it, gets stuck a bit on a bush, gets past the cactus, and now we gotta chase him down. Kind of this dangerous criminal running about the gaff. So what do? I whip out my pistol and I shoot him in the bollocks from behind, you know, and then he surrenders now, so we gotta take him in, bring him back to Maud. Nice little turn into Maud's driveway there, and you know, the rest is history. So we get our fourth bounty from Maud, and it's this gentleman over here. So we drive to, I think, Sandy Shores, where he is at the back of this hotel. What's he doing, I wonder? Well, he's blowtorching something at the back of this hotel, and then he doesn't realise there's a man with a gun pointed at his face right next to him until I walk into him, and he tries to fight me. I don't know what he got. Oh, there you go. Shot him. He surrenders. And we pick up his knuckle dusters he was armed with. Those could have done us some real damage. Then we return him to Maud again to collect the bounty payment. So, on the way to the bounty, we had received a text from Solomon Richards, the famous movie director, telling us he was robbed. So, we go to his place, he sends us another text saying if you can find my stuff, locate it. And then here we are being chased down by some people randomly, so I go out, try to defend myself, and instead of this time us going to the police to tell them that we killed people, we end up in the hospital. So, lesson learned, don't beat people, because then every guy comes in, this guy comes in out of the blue and sprays me down. And on to the bounty, we're on to Del Piero Pier, a lovely setting for this bounty. You take out our pistol, you park up the car, now we've got to go find this gentleman over here by the thing.
That's me.
He spots us eventually and we get close, whips out a crossbow, tries to whack us in the back of the head, tries to whack us, bonkers us, so then we shoot his dick off again, and then he gives up.
Please! I ain't a wealthy man!
So we take him back to Maud. She then sends us on a treasure hunt to give us a little bonus for completing 5 bounties, which is all she has to offer us. So that's our end of our time with Maud, and then we open this chest. What's inside but a stone hatchet? What else do we find here? But a clue to another mystery that we will solve on the next episode. So see you around. Like, subscribe,